because they got her injury. Guess who's doing the plastering now?
In this vlog series, I am transforming an old 3-story house into an eco home while living in my van conversion.
Time now is the time to clear this floor. There's a couple little bits of plasterboard to get in the toilet, but otherwise clear it and prepare it ready for plastering and do the joints. Day's actually leaving tomorrow, so she's done the upstairs, which is an enormous amount of plasterboard joint work, and now it's down to me. So see how fast it goes. I'm guessing it might not be in because the high quality Day desires, but I think it's going to be pretty good. So just going to clear the room and get started really. It's getting pretty hot now, and it'd be great to have the upstairs finished because then it will open it up to being painted, doing things like putting floors in, getting to a really good point where it's basically becoming finished. And that will mean that basically if I need to, or if it's too hot in the van because we're really starting to hit Spanish summer, it means I could sleep up there, and all the aircon's rigged in so I can even cool it down. So that's something to look forward to, especially as it gets really, really hot.
I've got more work to do. Put some wood over the hole they smashed in my floor.
Yeah, so that's the hole that I made. What a nice hole.
Barn's made of 2 concrete slabs. This is all quite strong concrete, and this stuff is like this old loose cement that they filled up with like bits of slate. So I think it's like the older floor, and it's already been crumbling a bit over there. I just put wood on it. But the fact that it broke through here was a bit of a surprise. It's just funny it was Day, not me, with 50 kilos of cement carrying them through there like 20 times in a day. What happened, Day?
All through the floor, down to the base bottom floor, and it's much better now. I mean, I feel much better after ibuprofen, double ibuprofen, and some antibiotics, but I'm not doing plastering anymore, I guess.
What's the moral of the story?
If you want a lot of cuddles and your work done by someone else, fall through the floor. It will work.
Because they got her injury. Guess who's doing the plastering now? And I'm going to have to finish the house because Dave's going to Lithuania.
I think there are little bits, but I think it's
That's
it's very natural. I think it's best to go around those with the machine, just like carefully with the corner. Like this. You should put some plaster on top as well.
Yeah.
Because here there's also paper around.
Shame it's the fine of sand.
This will be much worse than any rough bits because it's a different material. But it's actually really good, honey. Oh, this corner is super small. Good job. Oh no. Well, it is a lump because you put 2 plasters which are called butt joints. And so it's like this already. So you need to put some plaster just like in that corner.
So I am completely alone. It's quite wonderful. Everyone's gone off climbing destinations. My neighbours aren't here. Dave's gone back to Lithuania to see her family. So I am reveling in the beauty of being alone. I'm going to spend that time working out the balcony railing. So I want to weld up a railing which is kind of Fits the style of the original railings, which are here, like the traditional railings they put around balconies in this area. The one I removed. So I just need to work out all my dimensions, how much material I'm gonna need. And I've sort of based the design off the old one, which is now living outside in a place where I need to move it because it's kind of in the way. This is the old railing. As you can see, this is the bottom of it. It's seen better days. So I just want to see what the distance between them are. What measurement that is. That's 11.5 centimeters in between, 3.2 wide. And the height of each stick, it's not a bad height, is 95. Not too bad. I'm gonna have the balcony in sort of 5-6 centimeters because I'm gonna have it set into some little holes, which will mean when I put tiles on, or I can just drill a hole for the tile, drill a hole down, and then have like a solid metal bar which will kind of sit in that hole, and then I can just basically cement that in and glue it in. I think that'd be the easiest way to do it. I need to do the same for this top balcony, and then I'll pretty much be able to work out my material order size. Now the only kind of complication here is like it won't quite work out exactly to finish with the right gap at the end, so that means we're gonna adapt the spacing depending on the length, just to make it look good and kind of everything looks like it has the same kind of spacing on each end of the rail. I just need to do the material order, get the material, and then set up a jig, make everything super square, clamp it together, and weld it up. I'm going to be using solid bar and like using big thick metal, so if I was using the hollow bar I think it would be much easier with a stick welder just to blow it out and make a mess of it, but with solid bar I think it won't be too bad to weld up, and I can probably get a very similar design to what we've gone, what I've removed, and kind of sort of come back to some of the character of the property. And the depth of my balcony should be the same each side. This will be the length of the lower one, the length of the upper, so I need the flat railing metal times 2, and then this entire length divided by 12 centimeters will give me how many rail bars I'll get, and I'll order them 85 centimeters long, and then I'll get this bar which will kind of embed into the ground or weld onto the actual frame up there, and that should give me the end result. So I haven't filmed for a few days just because I lost the charge of this camera, and the other camera is still waiting for a new lens to arrive. So I'm just going to go over what I've done. In here, the room, this is the big bedroom. And basically it's all been cleaned, the plastering's been finished, it's all been touched up, it's been resanded, it's been touched up, it's been resanded. And now at the moment, I'm going around and you might be able to see at the very top, I'm just filling all of these edges, just sealing it all up. I'm using this kind of acrylic stuff, kind of quite easy to use, and it'll probably need a little scrape down, sand down afterwards. So I'm working on finishing that. As we go through, as you can see, you've got the dust thing here because I'm still going to have to do some sanding in here. In this room, in the small bedroom study, I painted walls. As you can see, first coat, had to buy some more paint. So that is happening. And downstairs, in the living room kitchen, it's basically all been plastered for the first time. That's all dry. It's ready to kind of like do a light sand down, get any lumps away, and then do the second layer of plaster. That's about it. A lot of stuff has arrived. What you don't really see in all of this process is how often I go to the shops I've probably done like 3,000 miles of shopping trips since I've done it, but as you can see, we have tiles, we have more tiles, and we basically got a lot I can get on with now. A lot of stuff's arrived. I've got everything I need to basically tile and do most of the floors. I've got my oak floor in for quite a long time now. I've ordered all of the rails for the balcony. It's like 150 upright bars, then all the stuff to go around this one as well, because at the moment it's a little bit dangerous. And basically I just have to work out how to weld up some balconies. Can't be so hard. At the end of the day, it's just gluing metal together with metal, isn't it? And on the outside, this is a little surprise for Day, because she's away at the moment. I basically cleared out this crazy bush, got some big bush out of it, untangled the grapevine from the rose, and I've put the grapevine on the wall with these stainless steel metal fixings. So hopefully that will just last a long time, and then we'll end with a pretty cool grapevine going all around this window on the balcony room, which already looks a lot better when I've removed that top wall. We're doing quite a bit. So in this room, I'm actually going to paint most of the room. This is the big bedroom, and at the back this is going to be a wardrobe. But a lot of the room is going to paint like a sort of whitish greeny colour, so I want to connect with the view outside, which is forest. So I want to have like that kind of feel. And it's a bedroom, so it can be a little bit more toned down. But it's going to be green and white, so there'll be a few white features. This end wall will eventually just be a wardrobe, which will be white. And I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do, whether I can just buy wardrobes which will fit it, but I've got this funny step shelf thing going on, so I might just make something which fits perfectly, or like buy doors and work around it, I don't know. So essentially what I'm going to do is just paint it white. I mean, it doesn't really matter, it's like going to back the wardrobe. We're really very much now in the decoration phase, which is quite exciting because, you know, it wasn't that long ago this was just such a dump. So it's quite nice to be sort of applying that last kind of like 50 microns or whatever paint is, and kind of see the whole project start to come together into like a complete thing. What I do really love is the fact that by doing this I'll save tens of thousands of pounds by doing it myself, which means I can basically do more things that I want to do in my life rather than have to kind of like scrub around, do more consulting work, earn money, you know, graft super hard, and maybe that frees me up. I mean, it all comes down to this sort of looking at ways of living alternatively. So yeah, so I do that, and I've done more paint on it when I have stuff left over. But yeah, by living alternatively, it means I can have, hopefully, a more interesting and adventurous life. Just kind of the whole channel things, kind of directions going on. Yeah, it's really cool. So as you can see outside, if the camera adjusts, this is the view. So I want to really want to pick up the forest and kind of transpose that onto the wall. Not that wall, that's white, but all the other walls in the bedroom to give that feel. So how it will look in the end, God only knows. I'm not really an interior designer, doesn't mean I can't give it a good pump. Oh, my hands are black from that pole. So more metal arrived, which means I can basically do my balcony now.